All right, so if you're tuning in here from the Berkeley tournament put on by Bass Champs at Lake Fork, I definitely like to try to add something helpful, and I've got something. If you look here, you got this little dude. That is the wire that comes on the blade of the slobber knocker, and as you can see, I mean, it's without much force at all, it bends pretty easy. Being that it's a Berkeley tournament, if you want to fish a bladed jig, you got to use the slobber knocker. So, give you a great little tip. Boy, them stinky skirts. Give you a great little tip. So, Bass Pro Shop sells Fastlock snaps. This is a size 3, so it's a bit thicker wire. Definitely when you squeeze them to snap them together and stuff, you can tell. But what I do, because of a not great experience with these little snaps, is I go ahead and unsnap the one that comes on the slobber knocker. You take and unsnap the clasp, and for purpose of this video, I'm just gonna bend it right out, just using my knife. Like I said, as you can see, it's a pretty thin wire. Story behind that is I've literally hooked up and brought back just the clasp, right? So no blade, no nothing. Basically the clasp opened up, and yeah, that fish swam to bite another day. I swapped out a few of these last night at the house, and it was definitely a lot easier. But I mean, you can see I don't even need to really do much. I just put my blade on there and it bends right out. So you can imagine you hook into a good one, and that little wire, it pop right off. So and get rid of those wires that bend pretty easily. Get you a size 3 Fastlock snap, because it's a thicker wire and you're much less likely to have one come off there. I mean, even trying to do that by hand is tough. Remember which way the snap came off? That hurts my fingers this early in the morning too. But yeah, now that you've got your blade, take your upsized number 3 Fastlock snap. I just grabbed mine at Bass Pro. They're like $2, and angle that in there. Basically, your Fastlock goes on the underside of the blade. So you get that guy, swing that in there, push that through. Okay, and snap her down, and there we go. You now have a much less likely chance of that little wire letting loose, like I've experienced twice in the past. Probably the reason you're tuning in is because you're not here, and so I'll try to show you all the things that you're missing. I got to speak with Jeff, who basically, if you catch a fish and you bring it in to weigh it, Jeff is going to be the guy that takes you over to the polygraph and says, did you use this bait to catch that fish, right? And it was real simple, right? He basically said, look, put this in your hand. Hook, weight, wire, blade. You can start with that, basically any brand. Now what you do from there, it needs to be Berkeley, right? So if you're fishing with a skirt, it needs to be Berkeley. If you're fishing with any soft plastic, there is no exception for any soft plastic being anything other than Berkeley. But I'm pretty fond, if you watch some of my other videos, I'm pretty fond of the 6 Sense Swing Shake. It is a shaky head hybrid with a swinging hook. Love that thing. Can I use it? Yes, I can. What will I be using for soft plastics? Well, Berkley, obviously. Throw a worm on there and bounce it around. But that's just to clarify some of that stuff. And like I said, Jeff clarified all that for me, so that was pretty cool, taking the time out of his day. I know he's got about 10,000 other things going on. Here I am squirreling off, so I'll get back to the point though, get you some value out of this. That little number 3 fast lock snap, you can see that I've already changed out a couple, because if I'm going to use them, I don't want to have to do this on the boat. But yeah, I mean, the one that comes on there is a pretty light wire. You know, you get a 2 or 3 pounder, I think you'd be all right, but you get anything bigger than that, and I can tell you from experience, 10 pound fluoro is apparently stronger than these wire clasps, because I have brought back 2 slobber knockers that are tied on to just the clasp, and it is bent out just like that and released from the blade on that. So if I'm gonna fish a slobber knocker, I'm gonna change the fast lock clasp out so that that doesn't happen. All right, y'all, be well.